Breaking news now. I'm Juan Fernandez along with Lena Wynn. We are watching this unfolding right now from Sky 9, a pursuit in Santa Ana. Apparently, we are told that this is a stolen vehicle. Inside that car, a man and a woman. This all started in Santa Ana, went into Tustin, Irvine, back to Santa Ana, and now I believe it is heading back to Tustin.
And we're hearing that again, two people inside. Let's go up to Sky 9 and Desmond Shaw for more information on what's going on here. Desmond.
Yeah, we are southbound on the 5 right now, when we are actually south of the El Toro Y at this point, so we're actually heading away from where the pursuit started. This was starting, it was actually going between the Anaheim, the Tustin, the Santa Ana area primarily. This started in the Santa Ana area, I believe right around 4 o'clock, and we're now southbound, so south going into the Lake Forest area. And when we came upon this, it seemed like kind of a pedestrian chase. The person hadn't been driving too crazy because they weren't in traffic. But now, we're Thursday, one of the busiest traffic days of the week. We're southbound on the 5, and as you can see now, driving a lot more recklessly on this right shoulder, south of the El Toro Y. This is going to be one of the most congested areas. Wow, going over the median there. Definitely taking advantage of the fact that he's in an SUV and getting off the freeway here. I believe this might be El Toro Road. Let's see what this suspect is going to do now at this point. But yeah, things definitely Lake Forest, and things have definitely gotten a lot more dangerous now at this point.
Just a short time ago, we were telling our viewers that this started in Santa Ana, and it seems like he's looping back in the same area. Is that what you're noticing?
Well, now he's south of there. He's well south of this. We're now several miles south, since we're south of the El Toro Y, and headed westbound now on surface streets away from the 5 freeway. Kind of looping back around. We did see him go back north on the 5 earlier, and then, you know, he hit some heavy traffic, got off the freeway Culver, and then decided to skip that traffic, head back south on the 5. And now speed's really picking up here on surface streets in the Lake Forest and Irvine area.
Yeah, he's really picking up on the speed right now. Fortunately for him, wherever he is right now, there's not too much traffic. He was running into a bunch of traffic on the freeway there and decided to get off. Again, this is a police pursuit of a stolen vehicle. 2 people reported inside, man and woman, starting in Santa Ana down to Tustin and Irvine, now back to Santa Ana and heading back to the Tustin area. Desmond, can you see ahead of him? I mean, where exactly is he right now? We know he got off the freeway.
Yeah, he got off the freeway there just south of the El Toro Y, was headed west, and looks like, yeah, running right through the intersection now. I think. Yeah, and you know what, this was kind of almost like a semi-surveillance mode. They didn't have lights and sirens on this guy. Santa Ana PD has been the primary agency, but now that he's driving a little bit more erratically, it looks like now you did see the 1 unit that is behind him, and there's at least 3 or 4 other units here in pursuit. And of course, we also have the Orange County Authority helicopter overhead.
And then, Desmond, are these streets that are paralleling the 5 freeway right now, or is he like in an industrial area? Is he coming up to some homes? What's going on here as he makes his way there into the right-hand lane?
Yeah, this is more of a commercial area here in Irvine, west of the 5 and the 405 freeway. And now he's going to be getting on the southbound 405, I believe, north of the El Toro Y, and going to be headed kind of back south. So now he's looping back around. We're southbound on the 405, and we'll be coming once again back to the El Toro Y, kind of driving back into heavy traffic. So we'll have to see what his next move is. But he essentially just made a big circle there. Now headed back southbound on the 405, getting right by the Irvine Spectrum.
We're right no matter what direction he's going in at this hour, definitely he's going to be hitting some heavier traffic. 443 right now, a lot of people heading home from work. And we're definitely going to see a lot heavier traffic here on the 405 at southbound. You can see he's still going at quite a good speed there, making his way past cars. And now it looks he's getting back off the freeway, Desmond.
Yeah, he's going to be right back away from the Irvine Spectrum. And you know, actually here, let me zoom out here. This is that big interchange here with the 5 and the 405. There's a lot of lanes. He kind of cut over there to some of the collector lanes. So it looks like at this point he's still going to be committed for the southbound 5.
And it looks like he is running into a little bit of traffic there. And the danger in this is that obviously he's a desperate person trying to get away from the authorities. Keeping your eye, keeping the camera on the car, Desmond, can you tell us how many units are behind or how far the cops are behind this guy?
There was the one unit behind, and I think that's going to be one of the police airships that you just saw go through our shot right there. He's approaching Lake Forest Drive again. We just saw that one who was immediately behind him, but I heard some of the chatter earlier, and they were talking about having at least 3 more units join this pursuit. They were actually talking about getting a canine engaged as well if the suspect decides to bail from the vehicle and run. They want to have a canine unit ready as well. So now kind of back where he was exiting the freeway again, off of the Lake Forest Drive area, and going to be looping back around. I believe this is the exact interchange where we just were, so a little bit of deja vu here in the Lake Forest area.
And look how much heavier traffic is right now in that area. That car is going to definitely have to come to a stop here or make some sort of maneuver, jump the sidewalk to get away from. But this is the situation right now. Lots heavier traffic. He did get off at Lake Forest Drive. And Desmond, you were telling us he was on the 405 southbound. Is that right?
Yeah, he was off the 405, but then, of course, right where it merges there with the 5 just south of the Y, that's where he exited the freeway. The cross street there is Carlota, and now turning the wrong way on streets there, going through the red lights there in the intersection to try to evade the cops, and now I believe he's going to be going directly west and southwest.
Opposite of traffic, yeah.
Yeah, and right in the middle turning lane there as well. You know, the surface streets here in Orange County, it's not as much of a grid system, actually not nearly the way that it is in Los Angeles. A lot of these streets start going east and west, and then they bend around and turn north-south, so they kind of wind all over the place here in the master plan sections of Orange County. But this chase now does continue southbound. Are we paralleling the 5 freeway, John, I believe? Yes, we should be paralleling the 5. Yeah, you see it right there to the left of the shot. So we are now southbound on streets. Again, looks like he's trying to avoid some of that traffic, getting ready to cross El Toro Road here pretty quickly. Another very, very congested area here.
Well, here we are at 4:45 on a Thursday afternoon. If he wants to avoid traffic, he's going to have to stay off the freeway, and we've seen him do that. We've seen him jump on and then get right back off the freeway again. So we're looking at a pursuit, although you don't find too many units behind this car right now. He's made a lot of changes. He's circling some, but at this point, we don't have a lot of units directly behind him. Of course, we've got Sky 9 overhead and the Orange County Chopper overhead, and perhaps one with more units coming on the scene to pursue this stolen vehicle. 2 people inside, a man and a woman. Desmond, can you tell us exactly where he is? He's made so many turns. We're a little backwards on exactly where he is right now.
Yeah, he's getting ready. You can see the sign here that would allow him to get on the freeway here back on the southbound 5 from El Toro Road. So right near the 5 in El Toro Road, just on one of these side surface streets area. This is a pretty congested area. I know there's some big plazas, some shopping plazas here as well. Thursday afternoon drive, pretty much the worst day of the week, I can tell you, in all my years covering traffic for our sister station. And he's stuck right here, but no units right behind him. You know, a lot of times the units will kind of back off when they see the speeds increase, when they see it kind of going, really slamming the gas pedal to the floor. They'll kind of, back off because they do have the airship overhead. There's no worry about this guy getting away. So, sometimes when they see things get a little dangerous, they just kind of back off, let him do what he's going to do, and hopefully he runs out of gas or makes a mistake, maybe goes down a wrong way intersection. That actually happened earlier. He was able, I heard him trying to pin him in back in the Santa Ana area. He got stuck near some train tracks, but he was able to basically squeeze away from officers before they could pin him in. Now he's pulling into a mall parking lot here off De La Carlota, just south of El Toro Road here, still in the Lake Forest area. And so now, really getting dangerous here in this commercial area. You got people walking around, people, trying to pull out in reverse. Laguna Hills Mall. That's my pilot John is telling me we're in the Laguna Hills Mall, the shopping plaza here. Driving really crazy through the parking structure, guys.
Yeah, that is very dangerous, Desmond. And of course, now we're going to add pedestrians to the mix there. Shoppers who are out there possibly with their children, and you have a man behind the wheel, possibly a woman in the passenger seat wanting to get away. Apparently, they're inside a stolen vehicle that was first reported out of Santa Ana. This car made its way into Tustin, Irvine, back to Santa Ana, back into Tustin, and I think he was just telling us they were in the Lake Forest area right now at this shopping center.
Yeah, now in the Laguna Hills area in a parking lot. So, of course, his objective is to get away from the police, but he's not going to go very far if all he's doing right now is just driving through this parking lot. Now, the interesting thing about this pursuit, even though we've been on top of it for some time, is that you don't see all those units you normally see right behind a stolen vehicle. It appears, I don't know, Desmond, is it going to take some time before the police actually get there? Because we're used to seeing a bunch of units right behind them.
Yeah, they've definitely backed off here. There are no units behind this guy right now. like I said, I think they're kind of wanting to see his next move. If they think that he's going to head in circles, they're going to have a lot of units here in the area, and maybe they can try to pin him in if he goes in the wrong way or something. But he's also not afraid to jump curbs. We saw that earlier. He is in a fairly capable SUV. I believe this is a Toyota RAV4. It does have pretty high ground clearance at least, so he's definitely capable of jumping curbs and not going to do any damage to the vehicle. And yeah, this not pulling over. I think we're headed northbound now, away from the Laguna Hills Mall, kind of back towards El Toro Road.
Away from Laguna Hills Mall, and here he is making another turn. Basically, he may be cornering himself in here. You can see he's slowed down just a little, and he's now gone into a parking structure at the mall.
Yeah. This is going to be difficult for us. Let's see if he comes out the other end, or if he's going to go up one of the levels here and try to ditch his car. We've definitely seen something like this before. It's making me think that this is what this guy was looking for. Looking for some covered parking where he can ditch the airship, and he didn't see any units behind him. And there's just somebody walking around out there. Don't think that's going to be the suspect.
Here's the difficulty now in that these two people, and we haven't had a good look at them, they've gone into this parking structure. No police units behind them. No one's followed them in there yet.
I just saw a motorcycle unit. Here you go. There was a motorcycle unit. No, just went inside.
Oh, okay.
There you see Santa Ana PD as well. And now they're going to try to surround. This is a Citibank bank here, and went right inside the parking structure. He hasn't come out, so he's in there somewhere. Cops are aware. They're getting out here. They're going to try to surround this guy before he can pull a fast one on him.
And, of course, the dangerous part here is inside a parking structure. If he did already ditch the car, he may be with other shoppers, other customers who may be going to this Citibank right there. So that is of a concern as well. Hopefully police did get a good look at him, know what he looks like, and actually know who this driver may be, because right now we don't have eyes on him, and possibly police don't either.
In a white SUV, and no one's come out yet.
Yeah, and here you go. Now they've come to, here's the Highway Patrol. They've come to the top of the garage to look for this guy, and circling back around. So kind of peculiar there. I know they know the vehicle they're looking for, but at this point I would surmise that the people inside, I'm sure I would have to think that they've gotten out of the vehicle and hightailed it somewhere around here. And
if they're still in that building, Desmond, they're not going to get far. We've definitely seen a lot more units arrive there on the scene. They're circling the building. There's one there right on the corner, two behind that car, and of course the other units that went inside the parking structure of the Citibank.
Yeah, they're all here. They have enough people here to surround this building for sure. You saw the units go inside and come to the top and double back down. Now they've got people posted on both entrances. But yeah, this is a fairly unique one, guys.
Yeah, we've got some viewers who are watching this live on our air and also joining us on Facebook Live, and I'm having someone tell me that this actually might be a medical building parking structure. Do we know for sure that it's a bank building? This might be a medical building that they've gone into. Either way, though, these two suspects have gone into this structure. We've seen police now at the top of the structure having to turn around, so we don't know if maybe the suspects have parked the car and kind of just made a run for it. But what we do know is that car entered that parking structure, has not come out. Police have now surrounded it. So if you're anywhere in that area, that's what all the police activity is going to be, and they may be there for quite some time as they try to find these two people. Again, police looking for a male and female suspect. We've got Desmond Shaw above. We're going to stay on this situation, follow it through to the end. We'll have more on KCAL 9 at 8, 9, and 10. And remember, if you're a Rams fan, we've got football on our sister station, CBS 2.
Hello, I'm Ellen Labo. We continue to follow breaking news out of the Orange County.
And I'm David Ono. Police are looking for two suspects who led officers on a chase that started in Orange around 4 o'clock this evening. We have this live on Eyewitness News at 4 o'clock. Authorities tried to pull over the white RAV4, which they say is stolen, for an hour. The vehicle drove recklessly through several communities, at times getting close to other vehicles and driving on the side of the road.
The male driver and female passenger then bailed inside a parking structure in Laguna Hills. And that's where JT Alpa is live in Air 7 HD with the very latest. JT?
Ellen, what you're looking at here is a Saddleback Medical Group, or CHP, and Orange County Sheriffs have it locked down right now. They're doing a systematic search. In fact, 3 search teams are searching several buildings and parking structures in the area, including the Saddleback Memorial Hospital, which is on lockdown. They did find some abandoned clothes near one of those parking structures, so they think the suspects may be in the area. Live from Air 7 HD, JT Alpaugh, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
All right, and thank you, JT. Eyewitness News reporter Greg Lee is there on the ground where the search is going on. Greg.
Yeah, David, we're actually standing right in front of that parking structure where those 2 suspects bailed from that vehicle. If you look over my left shoulder, you can actually see that Toyota RAV4 in that first handicap spot just inside of this structure here. Now, again, like JT said, a search is ongoing. Highway Patrol, Sheriff's Department. We've also seen SWAT team and dogs making their way through this parking structure. Now, several buildings on lockdown, including the Saddleback Medical Center. We've also watched their sheriff's deputies has stood by the entrances and exits to these parking structures, searching each and every vehicle as they come out to make sure their suspects are not in any car that is leaving. And if you look beyond this first structure to the right, you can see this other larger gray structure. There's actually a walkway attaching those 2. Sheriff's Department also positioned on that other side because, like JT said, they did find some clothing, some materials that perhaps belonged to that male suspect. So they're keeping an eye on that. We'll continue to monitor this as they search. Reporting live in Laguna Hills, Greg Lee, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.